Welcome back to the 60s and 70s channel, where we explore the stories behind the songs that helped define an era. Today, we're taking a closer look at Waiting for the Sun, a fascinating song from The Doors. While many assume it comes from the band's 1968 album of the same name, the story behind this track is a little more complicated and a lot more interesting. The Doors were one of the most innovative and mysterious bands of the 1960s. Led by the charismatic Jim Morrison, they blended rock, blues, jazz, and poetry into a sound unlike anything else on the radio. The song Waiting for the Sun was actually written during the sessions for the album Waiting for the Sun, released in 1968. However, despite giving the album its title, the song itself did not appear on that record. Instead, it remained unreleased for several years, becoming one of the more unusual stories in the Doors catalog. The band attempted to record the song during the 1968 sessions, but they were not satisfied with the results. Like many artists striving for perfection, the Doors decided to set it aside rather than release a version they felt wasn't complete. The song eventually found its home on the band's 1970 album Morrison Hotel. By that time, the Doors were moving back towards a blues-based sound after experimenting with more psychedelic styles on earlier records. When listeners finally heard the song Waiting for the Sun, they discovered a track that was softer and more reflective than many of the band's best-known songs. It featured a warm melody, relaxed instrumentation, and lyrics that carried a sense of optimism. Unlike darker Doors classics such as The End or People Are Strange, Waiting for the Sun offered a brighter outlook. The song speaks of anticipation, renewal, and the hope that comes with a new day. As with many Jim Morrison compositions, the lyrics have inspired multiple interpretations. Some listeners view the song as a simple celebration of love and new beginnings. Others see it as a reflection of personal growth or spiritual awakening. The image of Waiting for the Sun has long been associated with hope and transformation. Morrison often used symbolic language, allowing listeners to bring their own experiences to his songs. Part of the track's enduring appeal is that it doesn't force a single meaning. Instead, it creates a mood, one of expectation and possibility. Although Waiting for the Sun was never released as a major hit single, it has become a favorite among dedicated Doors fans. The song showcases a gentler side of the band and highlights their ability to create beauty without relying on dramatic intensity. It also serves as a reminder that great songs sometimes take time to find their place. Had the Doors rushed the track onto the 1968 album, it may not have had the same impact it achieved 2 years later. Today, Waiting for the Sun remains one of the most underrated songs in the Doors catalog. Its journey from unfinished recording to beloved album track reflects the band's commitment to artistic standards and creative growth. Thanks for joining us on the 60s and 70s channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, and come back for more stories behind the songs that continue to shine across generations.